Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 1987 Supermod. I'm your host, as always, Brad Drake, and this is my AWA save. All right, we are rolling into a spot show here. It is Thursday, week 3 of November, 1987. So we are going to be running in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and we're going to run at the WL Zorn Arena. I went through a list of where was AWA held spot shows about a week ago, and then I put all the venues into the game. So this is realistic. The AWA really ran at the Zorn Arena. The Zorn Arena was located on the campus of University of Wisconsin Eau Claire. It held about 3,300 spectators for pro wrestling. So again, this is a spot show. So you can look at it from the idea of this is obviously a fundraiser for UW-Eau Claire. So we're going to look at it as it's a fundraiser for the athletic department. So let's take a look at the card that we put together for this spot show. We're going to have the Terrorists facing Alan West in the opener. Derek Dukes and Tommy Jammer are going to face the Nasty Boys. Tommy Jammer will be making his debut. Ali Khan is going to face Tom Zenk. The Iron Sheik is going to battle Baron von Raschke. Steve Olsonoski and DJ Peterson are going to face Buddy Rose and Doug Summers. And in the main event, Dennis Condrey is in singles action with Bob Backlund. With that said, folks, let's get to booking. And actually, before we get to booking, let's get to dealing with problems. All right. Paulie Dangerously is in some trouble with Nick Bockwinkel. He's complaining, so he's going to buy drinks for everybody. All right. Good deal. Let's see if anybody that we're using is missing. They are not. We got that trimmed down pretty well now, where we shouldn't have too many people missing. So our opener is going to be the Terrorist and Alan West. That's a 12-minute opener. And I'm sure Jack Victory is going to be tired here. He always is. We're going to leave that one open-ended. I don't care who wins. Dukes and Jammer versus the Nasty Boys are up next. And I told you that we were going to bring both these men in, and we have, and we're going to be working them on the tour, tagging together. Tommy Jammer was another product of Eddie Sharkey. He was not great in the ring. He could hold his own, but he had a really good look. He was a handsome guy, and he worked out well for what he was in the AWA. He also held a few titles with Sharkey's promotion. All right, next we're going to also leave this one open. Next, we're going to have Khan versus Peterson. We're going to leave this one open also. So our Afghan communist is going to face DJ Peterson. You know what? I used the wrong guy. It's not DJ Peterson. I'm so used to him being on the spot shows. It's Tom Zenk. So there we go. We got that fixed. Next is going to be the Iron Sheik versus Baron von Raschke. That's going to be a 16-minute bout. And there's the Baron. Both of these guys have very hot momentum. Yeah. I know he's got an injury, but he'll be okay. So there we go. We're going to book those two in there. We're all set. And next, we have Ulsanoski and Peterson. That was my confusion. Versus Rose and Summers. So there is Steve Olsonoski. There is DJ Peterson. And there is Rosen Summers. So again, we're going to leave this one open-ended also. It does not matter to me who wins. Let's just double check the time of the bout. It's going to be an 18-minute bout. And our main event, of course, is Condrey versus Backlund. This one's going to go 25. That's the fun things with these spot shows. You can split up your tag teams. The cool thing about running these live events like this is that the people in the arena are the only ones that are going to see it. It's not being recorded. Oh, great. Condrey and Backlund have bad chemistry, so we have to change this over now. And let's see who else we want to use. Why don't we just plug in Randy Rose? That's what we'll do, even though Randy Rose isn't going to give us as good of a match as Dennis Condrey would. He's still a serviceable hand. So there's Randy Rose. And Bob Backlund is going to get the win. Rose doesn't have the psychology for an epic, so that doesn't matter. So we are booked here. Let me double check that we did the times right. And we did. We got everything booked the way it should be. So there we go, an hour and 11 minutes, folks, just under 2 hours. This is a nice spot show, a nice fundraiser for UW-Eau Claire. So here we go. We're going to start the show. All right, the Terrorist beats Alan West. That may be the Terrorist's first win in the AWA. Very nice. And of course, the Nasty Boys get the win over the young up-and-comers, Dukes and Jammer. Right there, I could have bet that that was going to happen. That Dukes and Jammer have no chemistry. Well, we're going to adjust that because they did actually tag together. And they didn't have bad chemistry. Tom Zenk gets the win over Ali Khan with the missile dropkick. Tom Zenk only scores a 58, which is surprising. Let's see if they're doing the held back thing. Yep, there it is. And Tom Zenk is inexperienced. Tom Zenk's been in the biggest promotions in the country for like 5 years at this point. All right, that's another thing we're going to have to edit. You may call it cheating. I call it being realistic. So 51 overall for that match. Here's a nice score, even though the Baron had a pretty bad injury. So the Iron Sheik gets the win over Baron von Raschke. Very nice. Of course, they're doing that holdback thing because it's not an event. Ulsanoski and Peterson lose to Rose and Summers. Pretty decent scores all the way around here. Let's see what the knocks were. There's the holding back penalties. And Peterson with inexperience and inconsistency. Fair enough. 78 overall is not bad for a spot show. Our main event garners us a 79. It's not too bad at all. Bob Backlund, of course, gets the win like we wanted. And let's finish up the show. This shouldn't affect us either way, up or down. All right, so we got a nice crowd of 3,300 people. That's a nice payday. So very well done here. Okay, and because I'm still here with the CWA, I have to book their show. So we are going to auto book, obviously. All right, so we're all set. And let's start the show. Freezer Thompson, who's a jobber, actually got a win. Todd Morton gets the win. Enhancement versus enhancement. Jameson wins. Yeah, I'm not going to read these anymore. They really don't matter. All right, we finished the show. And this should take us right back to Vern Gagne here, which we should be able to approve the loan deal with Lawler. And then we can go ahead and drop Jerry Jarrett from being in the game. But while we're waiting for this, as long as it's taking, let's go over to the tour, and there we are. We're all set for St. Paul on Friday. So there we are. We're playing as Vern Gagne. There's the talent trade proposal. It's accepted. Now we're going to drop. We can't leave the game until we're playing as Jerry Jarrett. So the usual, Victory and Rose are tired. I'm so surprised. This should bring us back over to Jerry Jarrett here. There's the talent trade. Good to go. Delete. Go into settings. We leave the game as Jerry Jarrett. And this should take us right back to the AWA. So there we are, folks. We're all set for our next show here. That's going to do it for this one for us, folks, for this spot show that we ran. If you do not have version 7.0 already and you would like it, please contact me at braddrake.net. Please give our YouTube channel here a subscribe, give us a like, and share it with your friends. Sharing is caring. And last but not least, join us on Facebook. Facebook.com/groups/1987 Supermod. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.